And welcome inside at the Omni Hotel. We made it. All the weather out there, too. Here, Brandon Morrell and, of course, Caden Gordon here, presented by the CadenGordonShow.com, today's best country mix. And, of course, our friends out there, Olivia Rocks Music and Sandy Tune Music, all the appreciation of the sponsors to make it possible here. We set up, and everything is looking pretty good right now. As long as the signal stays in here, we can kick it off here. It's Country Radio Seminar 2025 here at the Omni Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. Coverage over the next 3 days. KKTC True Country 99.9, and of course powered by the Sports Guys podcast.com. And bat and lead off today. I get to use that term because of sports. I haven't talked to this beautiful lady in a long time. It's Christina Cash. How you doing?
Great to see you again.
Good to
Great
see
to be here
you
with you guys.
Well, I tell you what, the weather kind of explain that too, because snow in Nashville, which is
it's very
crazy.
few and far between. Like 2 years ago, we had it really bad. It was like snowing for like 5 days, and we were stuck in our house getting stir crazy with my kids, and my dogs, and like my husband, and everything. But yeah, we have a little bit of snow. You know, I'm from Florida. I don't know how to drive in it, and you're from Texas, so we're making do with what we have, right?
That's all we can do. Make do what we have. We're not at home in our studios, and of course, as long as you guys can hear us, that's always good too. We'd like you to see us too, but I love, like I said, just great audio quality too at the same time. Hey, let's talk about what you got going on. The single Last Call has done real well for you. I love it so much. This is a great song, no doubt. And like I said, other projects and the things we're working on here in 2025.
Thank you so much. So I'm waterfalling singles all of 2025. So I've got Last Call, and then I've got like the Spanish version called The Última Llamada. And I worked on that with Willie Breeding and Jody Marr. We co-wrote it together, and I really wanted like a song about empowerment and just like a really strong song that was very punchy. And what I wanted for the whole project, and of course I have like a full album I'm releasing, is I wanted it to be very joyful. I wanted beats on it, so it's a mix of country pop with beats. And because I speak Spanish and I'm fluent in Spanish, I thought it'd be really cool to identify certain singles and do like a Spanish version, just to like, you know, get a whole nother audience with it as well. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. And, you know, it's been a few years since I sat down to write music and really make this happen. So this whole process was a process of like 2 years, being very collaborative, having fun. I had no pressure, you know, which was great. I had no one telling me you have to do this a certain way or not. So I had a lot of creative freedom in this project. So I'm like really excited to get stuff out there.
How important is that for you in the songwriting aspect too? Because we all know country music, and every artist I talk to here on the program, and I have over the past 6 years, the storytelling aspect of it, the lyric meaning, and of course the connection to the audience.
Well, for me, I have like a whole journal of titles. Like I'm a titles person. So I try to think of things that are clever, things that people remember, something that I can write a chorus around. But other times I'll just have a melody, whether I'm writing by myself or with other collaborators. Like it has to be a very strong melody. Actually, melody reaches the human brain faster than the lyrics do, even though the lyrics are equally as important to me. But like you think back to like Swedish pop songs like ABBA and things like that, like where there was a language barrier, but you remember those melodies so much. So like I really try to have a memorable melody. I have a huge thing of journals full of titles, and I don't like to feel like things are forced. I like for things to be fun and very organic.
Let's talk about the name Cash, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, huge name to live up to, too. Talk about just, getting married into the family, being a part of this, too, because obviously we know this legend in country music, Johnny Cash, and, of course, so much of his kids being in it, and, of course, grandkids, things like that, and people sticking around music because he meant so much to the authentic country, which is now starting to make a little bit of a comeback, and I think there's a lot of people that really love that type of style of music and that tradition.
One of the greatest storytellers of all time is Johnny Cash. You know, I have a huge amount of respect for my husband's father and also mother. June also wrote her songs. You know, she started the Grand Ole Opry as a little girl. The Carter family. There's so much history there. And it's really, I've learned so much just being around John for the last 11 years. We've been together. And, you know, I grew up in South Florida, but I always listened to country music. I've always appreciated country music. And just really digging deep into like the first family of country music, the Carter family, and of course the lasting impact that Johnny Cash has had, and kind of really learning about the person as an artist as well has definitely influenced me in what I do also, I have to say, and I have a huge amount of respect
for that too, no doubt.
Huge.
You know, I love it so much, and it's just crazy how we're in the first quarter of this new year right now, and time is just getting by all of us right now when it comes down to it. We're just lucky to be here to take with all the weather and everything else that's going on too. But I love this women's empowerment movement right now in country music too, with Lainey Wilson, Ashley Cook, and McBride. I mean, the names go on and on between this, and some of the older 90s country stars that are kind of making the comeback too as well and still kind of out there doing the thing. Talk about what that means for you and just kind of seeing this women's girl empowerment movement?
Well, for me, I just love great music, whether it's a female artist or a male artist. I'm still a fan. But to see the ladies really out there kicking butt is really amazing to me because I grew up in the school of Martina McBride, Faith Hill, Dixie Chicks, Shania, so there was this whole movement in the 90s that I grew up with as a little girl where I just listened to women all day on the radio, country music, and it's super empowering. And again, the guys have great stuff going on too, and I'm just like a lover of songs, really. Like whatever reaches me, whatever is meaningful, whatever reaches, your soul, I think.
Okay.
So as Brandon mentioned, we're in a brand new quarter. We're in a brand new year, 2025. So what's next for you?
So again, waterfalling singles all year long. I've got several singles, a full album. I have to definitely do album art. I have single art, but not album art. So I got to get to work on that.
That's awesome.
Just more shows in Nashville and beyond, connecting with the audience. Like more Grand Ole Opry appearances. I know I have another appearance at the Opry in June. I just finished performing this past weekend at the Grand Ole Opry. So just really excited to be getting the music out there and staying active on social media, which is like, I'm not the best at making reels and all of that, but I have to, but like just, really connecting with people online, in person, getting the music out there, and also creating more because I feel like I don't want to stop writing also. So I'm still booking writing sessions.
If you were never a working musician, what other career path would you choose?
It's hard because I love music so much. I feel like I would have worked around music. I feel like maybe I would have maybe worked in maybe the media side or something as well. Like I love to be around musicians. If I wasn't a musician, I'd want to be around musicians, much like what you guys do as well. So
Yeah.
probably.
How's the little one doing? I know that you were talking about husband was taking care of the
Yeah.
little one. What age are we talking about now?
So there are two
Two.
now.
Okay.
So like when I saw you, there was one.
There was one, correct. Yeah.
But then my son, so Grace June, my daughter, she's 7 years old at this point, and she's like a little toddler. Last time I saw you. And then I had another one, which is James Christopher Cash, middle name named after Chris Christopherson with a K.
I love that.
Spelling as Christopherson, who was basically like a second father when my husband John's father Johnny Cash passed away. Chris kind of really stepped in, his wife Lisa as well. So little James is very musical, and he is 3 right now, and it's a snow day and they're not in school. So my husband is taking one for the team, watching them, so I can be here to do my press interviews for my record. So.
It's like any musical talents kind of surfacing right now?
Yeah, like so my daughter, I'm gonna brag now. So she's in the Sleeping Beauty ballet at TPAC in Nashville. So I'm gonna be like Kris Jenner all weekend, backstage, chaperoning. So she's in the youth cast. It's like her first ever role. And my son picks up little instruments. He has like a little guitar, a little piano. Perfect pitch. Not to brag, but kid's got perfect pitch.
That's
and
good.
my daughter sings too, and I can't tell her she doesn't sing and she gets mad. So yes.
I love it so much.
Thanks for asking about that.
You know what? It's a family. We're all a family
Yes,
here on the
we
show.
are.
No doubt about it, too.
Yeah.
Love it so much. The last call currently across the digital streaming platforms. Look for the next one. I'm sure it's coming out, the Waterfall singles.
Oh, yeah.
From the great Anna Christina Cash. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for
guys.
being here.
Thank you so much.
One of the best out there coverage continues here at the Omni Hotel, the Backstage Pass, again, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com and, of course, KKTC True Country 99.9. Back in the flash. Stay tuned. More interviews. The Oak Ridge Boys coming up here in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
We'll see you later.